4,000 years ago, the Echidna race thrived due to their advanced technology and talent for warfare.
Now that's what I call a pet! I know what I'm picking up at the pet store on the way home.
Just a heads up, the males have 4 heads on their penises.
What? Awesome!
Desperate for the power to command the world, the Knuckles tribe staged a raid to obtain the legendary power of the Master Emerald.
What they didn't know was that it was protected by a giant murderous water dragon with tentacles named Chaos. And it just killed the shit out of them.
Miraculously, a young Echidna girl survived and managed to seal Chaos inside the Master Emerald. The resulting energy output ripped the Echidna's home into the sky to become Angel Island, perpetually floating so long as the emerald remained in its shrine. Sonic lore, everybody.
Centuries later, one final descendant of the Knuckles clan remained, and his name was Knuckles. So not the most creative parenting in the world, but hey, Knuckles is the lone guardian of the Master Emerald, dedicating his entire life to protecting the family jewel. But he spends most of his days sleeping and doing nothing, because really, who's gonna fly all the way up to a tiny floating island just to steal a rock?
Why, the nefarious Dr. Eggman, of course. As a ploy, Eggman convinced Knuckles that a certain blue hedgehog and a fox with 2 tails planned to steal the Master Emerald. Knuckles left to stop the thieves, and Eggman swiped the gem for himself.
Not the sharpest head on the dick, is he?
Without its energy source, Angel Island plummeted out of the sky, until Sonic the Hedgehog literally beat the sense into Knuckles, and together they saved the day, forming a tense bromance.
Sounds like you've got an inferiority complex.
Huh? I have a what?
Oh, nothing. Never mind, Knuckles.
Since then, Knux has continued to try to guard the emerald. However, most people who try to steal it do. But luckily for old Rad Red, he can track the Master Emerald using his treasure hunting skills.
And his special bond with the gem, which allows him to detect its presence and harness some of its power, which he can focus through the ancient martial art passed down through the Knuckles clan.
The ancient art? I'll punch the crap out of everything! No, really, that's the answer to every single problem Knuckles has. Something in the way? Punch it! Need to climb a cliff? Punch it! Falling down a trap? Punch it! Punching not working for some reason? You f***ing know he punches it more.
You're taking this breaking and entering business way too literally.
Speaking of which, Knuckles can throw punches so extreme, they create explosions by igniting hydrogen in the air.
Sounds familiar?
Knuckles is fast, capable of running at least 100 miles per hour. He can also take to the sky and glide, reportedly by trapping air underneath his dreadlocks, although there's no logical way those locks are aerodynamic enough to keep him airborne.
Hey, it's better than a tanuki flying with its nutsack. Then again, he could be twirling his dick.
And with the spikes on his fists, Knuckles can effortlessly dig through dirt and rock. Add on his attachable shovel claws, and he can even tunnel through solid metal.
With arms that stringy, it makes you wonder where all this strength comes from.
Well, his connection with the Master Emerald is responsible for much of his more absurd attributes, like gliding and punching explosions.
Knux can shatter boulders, dodge machine guns, ride atop flying jets and missiles like skateboards. Oh, and he can breathe in space.
He's matched and even trumps Sonic in battle, runs fast enough to cut holes in the ground, is strong enough to uproot massive trees.
Hell, he's strong enough to throw this.
With a single punch, he can trigger a volcanic eruption. Doing so requires displacing pressure in a volcano's magma chamber. At minimum, this can sit around 3,280 feet or 1 kilometer below the Earth's surface. Knuckles had to have punched the ground with at least 3.9 megatons of force, over 3 times more powerful than the highest yield bomb in the known US nuclear stockpile.
That's cute. How about the time he punched the moon? One day, Eggman blew up half the moon and rebuilt it into a robot moon because, well, he gets off on that shit.
Via remote control, Eggman actually changed the moon's orbit to create a never-ending eclipse.
But never fear, Knuckles just dove out into outer space and punched the remote control into dust, causing an explosion visible from Earth.
And returning the moon to its normal orbit.
But having these abilities isn't enough to let him win every time, especially when his biggest obstacle is his own brain.
Knuckles is illiterate, doesn't know left from right, and one time didn't realize until too late that he was eating a napkin.
Hey, give credit where it's due, Wiz. When he did figure it out, he stuck to his guns and finished every bite of that damn napkin. It's dinner and cleanup at the same time.
He hardly ever strategizes before combat, preferring to run in swinging.
Hey, whatever works.
It doesn't. Well, not all the time. And despite being mortal enemies, Dr. Eggman has duped Knuckles into allying with him on multiple occasions. It's happened so often by now, you have to wonder whose side he's really on.
Hey, his fists can blow the top off a volcano, so why waste precious time on things like reasoning?
What a dreamboat!
I want to be just like you when I grow up.
Knuckles, you've been elected governor!
All in a day's work.
Hey, that's not how it... Shh!